Hey y'all, it's Renee from Zone 9B, Panhandle, Florida region. Welcome back to my channel. So hey, I have a couple of things on the docket for today. The first thing I've got to do is I've got to get a pond pump working again. And this is a direct drive pump, which means, dude, they never die. If you have to get one, it must be a direct drive because the other pumps just seem to die in like the first year or so. And yeah, they might be maybe even half the price or 3/4 of the price of a direct drive, but the direct drive is the way to go. I have had some direct drive pumps. Well, in fact, the one back here on this pump has been over 10 years and running good. I even have made it my goal to buy direct drives for my washing machines because we do a lot of laundry here. So those definitely last longer as well too. The other things that I need to do today include I have to move Manyo no Sato, Japanese maple, because it's being overcrowded by a camellia, and it's never really done great. It's like a 10-year-old tree and it's like this tall. So I'm gonna move it into a pot where I can keep better eye on it, literally better eye, because it's gonna be right outside my living room window. It's where I took my Hannah Matoy out of and put her into the ground. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then I have to rescue, if you were with me and you saw me do that Texas sage plant in my front yard, I killed Texas sage. So how did I kill it? I think it just gets too much water here. I have a kind of sandy spot near where that Japanese maple is that I'm gonna dig up today. So I think I'm gonna put that in there. And then we'll see whatever time I have left. I have to work on a painting. I'm waiting on the gate to arrive for our new arbor. So I got a lot of things going on. So let's go ahead and first do that pond pump. The things you're gonna need for that include bleach, a bucket of water, and time. Once I get that pump working, I am going to do a better job cleaning out the pond because I can use the pump and a hose and dump out all the water, all the great water that will be in that pond pump into my gardens and grass, and it'll be just fine. And then I can go ahead and do a better job cleaning out that pond so that that pump will be working hopefully for another year. But what happens is that I have a beautiful Japanese maple here, and it loses all of its leaves into that pond, so I know it's all clogged up. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that now. I probably put about 2 cups of bleach in here. This is that coral honeysuckle. It just decided to grow over here from a tiny pot it was in. Grew roots all in my water. All right, on to step 2. All right, so this is the little baby in question. You can see she's being overshadowed here. It looks better than it has in several years, and I've moved it like 3 times. But I'm gonna go ahead and put her in the pot, and I think she'll be gorgeous in there. Get some water going. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get my soil in my pot. right, when I try to dig up a tree like this, I do try to cut the roots so it's along the drip line on the outside edge of the leaves, but my pot isn't going to be big enough for me to do that. So it's going to be like a root pruning would be for a pot, so it is going to be a little bit inward, but I have a general idea with how big the pot is. I'm going to try to make it as big as I can for that. All right, let's get this baby in a pot. Plenty of room in here. Awesome. All right, so I need to put some soil in here. Yeah, I think that now we have to decide which side is the front and which side will be the back. All right, I think we're gonna go with this way. And I might move that over. Yeah. All right, gotta go look on the inside out that window to see how it's gonna look from that view too. All right, I think it's a go. Make sure we're centered. Nice and straight. Make sure I get that root flare covered up. Some people really like the flare. It's the Ent style, my friends, but really it's just erosion. Don't press down too hard, but we just want to stabilize that tree. All right, let me give you a few facts that I have learned about this particular Japanese maple in Florida. Number one, it's I believe they call this purple variegation, and normally variegated tree, they revert to all green. but this one has survived. And I had it in a half sun, half morning sun, half afternoon shade, and it burnt to a crisp. All that purple on it will just burn, 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 my friends. So I moved it to a completely shady area, and it came back year after year, but it seemed like it was in the decline. I moved it to that location where I had it in, and I noticed that it was doing better when it leafed out this year. So I thought, this tree is savable. I couldn't keep it there though. It wouldn't really thrive once that camellia overtook it. So, and that was a shishi camellia, and you can see it is about 5 foot wide, 5 foot tall. And it's probably been in my yard maybe 7 years, maybe 5 years. So it's definitely happy. It gets a lot of dappled shade throughout the day because there's a huge drake elm above it. I think it's gonna be happy here. It's just gonna get a few hours of morning sun, and then trees and eaves are gonna overtake it, and probably by 11 or noon on summer, it's gonna be in complete shade the rest of the day. So I think I'm gonna keep it here for a while until it has outgrown this pot, just like the Hannah Matoy had outgrown its pot and needed to be put in the ground somewhere to be happy. And then I'm gonna give you an update on Geisha Gone Wild and Ukigumo. I'm so excited to show you Ukigumo because the move was worth it. Let me go ahead and do that now. Hey y'all, I gotta show you something. It's so cool. Someone has already discovered where Manu no Sato is. He's a little garter snake. Isn't he just adorable? Oh my gosh. Oh, he's pretty big too for a garter snake in my yard. I saw one that was about 6 inches the other day. You do your job, man. Eat those mole crickets. All right, here is Geisha Gone Wild. Probably the pinkest of all of my Japanese currant maples that I have. Looks amazing here, so happy, living its life, looking the way it's supposed to look, rather than dwindling in complete shade all day. While I'm over here, I thought I would just show you my reticulated Japanese maple. I think this is peaches and cream. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh. All right, while it's not exactly white, you can definitely, I think, see the white blotchiness in the leaves. And Ukigumo is supposed to have white on its leaves when it is coming out. So let me see if I can find another one not in the shade. Maybe I gotta go around this way. I think you can kind of see it in some of these. Some more than others for sure. But leafing out beautifully. For those of you who were worried about Ukigumo, do not worry any longer. Looks gorgeous, better than ever. All right, so here's my situation. Yeah, I got one. It is dying. I think it is mostly dead. I'm gonna have to cut back all of this. My little Texas sage. We're gonna put it in a location that's super sandy. I don't think it'll get super lots of water. And then here, I think I'm gonna put my salvia that my husband bought me for Valentine's Day. right, y'all, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about that salvia that I planted. It's called Sally Fun Deep Ocean Salvia, and it is a perennial. Here's what the label says. And it says it's cold hardy, 10 to 0 degrees, not hardy in zones 1 through 6. It gets to be around 24 inches high, 24 inches wide, close to its adult's height, but I think it can still get a little bit wider. And then they recommend monthly fertilization. So I know I give salvia a bad rap in my yard because it just doesn't seem to perform like I see some of my other peeps on YouTube show off. But some of my salvia are coming back to life over the winter. So I'm going to say that my judgment is going to be reserved now to see how they perform this year. But in previous years, whenever I've had them in the ground, they just don't do much. I'm just saying. I don't know. They don't bloom right. I fertilize them. They got water. They got sun. I don't know. Maybe they don't like my soil or something. Maybe it's too hot here. I don't know. But I'll have to let you know how that one does in my yard. I hope you're able to go out and make something beautiful in your world today. And until the next one, bye y'all. I'll have to wait till tomorrow.